Hello and welcome to Real Fake News. On today's broadcast we're going to talk about sports, nudists and animals. So now let's go to the World Cup with Joel Walton.
Thank you. Well, as you see, I'm standing here by the edge of the football field where Russia are facing off against USA in the World Championship Finals in football. It appears that every player on both teams has gotten a red card except for one, and his name is Boris Yeltsin, and he's right here. And he's approaching the goal very fast. And with only 10 seconds left on the clock, it appears that Russia are gonna win. If only he can make this goal. And he scores! Russia has won the championship! It's amazing! Congratulations! Oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Oh my God, we have to go over here. Hello, what's going on? What are you doing? What's going on? What happened?
I don't know, I was attacked!
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. But who are you?
Boris Yeltsin, Russia!
Oh, what happened to your teammates?
They were duped! Duped, I tell you! Duped!
They were duped? Okay.
Yes!
How does it feel to have won the World Cup?
It's amazing! This is the best day of my life! I will tell my nation, Putin!
Well, yeah, to them you are a hero.
Yes!
Good luck in the future. Bye! Congratulations to Russia for winning. My name is Joel Walton. I'm back to the studio.
And thank you Joel Walton for that amazing sports report. And now we have an exclusive interview in the suburbs with the angry fans. So let's go over there.
Well, I'm standing here with the person who just 10 minutes ago interrupted the football game between Russia and the USA. Tell me, sir, what is your name?
Jason Smith.
Well, hello, Jason. Why did you interrupt the game? Why did you punch down Boris Yeltsin?
I don't think he deserved the world title, so I hate Russia. That's why I tried to kill him.
Oh, but your whole team got eliminated from the game.
Yes.
What does that mean? Whoa! Run! What's the matter with the guy?
Okay, sir, we can continue. It's
Okay,
normal in this area.
Okay. Well, as I said, what happened? Why did all your players get a red card?
I don't know. The judge is so stupid. I don't know why. I don't believe him. We're not deserved to do this.
Oh my God! Oh my God! As you see here, we have to go back to the studio. Back to the studio.
That you are. Hang on. Yes. No way. I won't believe you. It is being reported that the Third World War has now broken out. It is the Vatican that has invaded the United States of America. And we will now have an exclusive interview with the Pope. So without further ado, let's go to the Pope.
So, we are now standing here together with the Pope. So, Mr. Pope, why did you choose to start World War III?
Well, God spoke to me in a vision, and he told me to create a 10th crusade against the Antichrist.
And why did you choose America as your target?
Because he told me that the Antichrist was blonde, and I immediately knew that it was Donald Trump he was talking about.
Yeah, our Lord and Savior Donald J. Trump has good hair. Now over to the studio.
Well, thanks for that amazing interview, Sebastian. And now over to another exclusive interview with our Lord and Savior, President Donald J. Trump.
So we are now standing here with an exclusive interview with the President of America, Donald Trump. So, Mr. President, what do you have to say about the invasion of the Vatican State?
I think it's no problem for us. We have it under control, and all the allies are on our side, so it's no problem.
And what do you think about being president during World War III?
I think it's fine because we have it all under control. It's no threat against us, so it's okay.
And recently that it has been a lot of discussion around fake news. What do you have to say?
Butler!
Oh shit! Okay, it seems that we have been attacked by the President of the United States. Over to the studio.
Well, thanks for that. And now some bad news for every Catholic. The Vatican is now more radioactive than Chernobyl. And that's all from me.
Thanks for that heartwarming story. But now, over to something a bit more controversial. Lately, there's been a picture floating around the internet, and it's a picture of a pair of shoes. But the question is, what colors are the shoes? Are they turquoise and grey, or are they pink and white? To answer that question, we brought in the color expert Axel, who has agreed to do an interview with us. And now, without further ado, let's go to the interview sofa.
Well, thank you for that. Now, Professor, what colors are the shoes?
Turquoise and grey.
Well, thank you for that. Back to the studio.
Well, it's good to know that the shoes are turquoise and grey. But now to a story which is quite unbelievable. Scientists have discovered a nudist camp, but it's not in the place where you suspect it to be. They have discovered it on Mars. And today, later in the show, we actually have an interview with one of these Martian nudists. But first, we're going to ask a few questions on an expert on the topic. His name is Sir Dr. Professor Claes-Göran Albert Flower-Power Svensson. And now, to the interview so far. So, Dr. Sir Professor Göran Claes Albert Flower-Power Svensson.
No. Please call me Bob.
Oh, okay, Bob. Well, how will this discovery affect the future of our space exploration?
Oh, I don't think this will change anything. You see, the nudists are a simple race. Stupid, I would say. And if it wouldn't have been for the Dark Ages and all the man-spreading, we would be way ahead of them.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. Now, back to the studio. We are currently waiting for Hoopstang Barzum to arrive. Oh, wait. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm quite fine, thank you. Well, how does it feel to be a Martian nudist?
Actually, it feels pretty good because since we're a so small society, we're all like a big family, and it's easy to talk to everyone, and everybody are great friends.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. Well, how does it feel to get all this attention now?
Actually, it's quite overwhelming. I didn't expect you to find us so soon, but I guess with the more recent advancement in technology on Earth, I guess it wouldn't come as such a surprise. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did you even manage to get up there?
That's a very good question. It was, I think, the 1600s. The reptilians actually sent up. They had a secret space program where they sent up 20 people, and over the years we have adapted to the cold climate, and now we can live there the whole year without the need of clothes.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. It was fine interviewing you, sir.
It was nice to listen for you too.
Yeah, well, there you see. Reptilians exist. Well, Hoopstang Barzum has left the studio now, and I would just like to apologize for that last part. It wasn't supposed to be broadcasted, and I just want to say that reptilians absolutely do not exist. Now, back to the studio.
Speaking of space, a new theory around the shape of the Earth has now been proven. The theory goes that the Earth is an apple with a huge bite. To prove this theory, we have brought the man who come up with it. So, now over to the interview sofa.
So, Mr. Professor, by what name are you called?
There are those who call me Tim.
So, Tim, how did you manage to prove this theory? Most people would consider you a lunatic.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot, but I'm pretty certain that my theory is correct, and I have a very easy way to prove it.
Could you please demonstrate?
Yes, it's quite easy. You just take an apple, take a bite out of it. Oh, good, it's not an apple. Wait. Whoa. So sorry. Here's the apple. You just take a bite out of it.
Yes.
And you can see that it creates this inwards curve.
Yes.
And let's take some water and pour it on the round side of the apple. It's pretty obvious that a lot will fall off.
Yes.
But if you pour it inside the bite, most of it stays. And with the world being made up of 80% water, I think it would be pretty weird because if so much has fallen off.
Yeah, really convincing, really convincing. Thank you for being here, Mr. Tim.
Thank you too.
So, now over to Axel and nature.
Thank you, Boris Yeltsin, for that interesting information. Now we're going to talk about the recent discovery that scientists have made. He says that he's found the smallest animal on planet Earth. He also says that it's negatively 2 centimeters long, and he's in the studio right now, so we're going to ask him some questions about that. So let's go over to the interview sofa. Welcome to the interview sofa. Today we're sitting here with a scientist who discovered the smallest animal on planet Earth, and we're going to ask some questions about it. So, Mr. Cherson, how did you discover this small animal?
Well, it's quite simple, really. I had just made my breakfast one morning, and I was making my way out of the kitchen, and I passed a mirror. And when I looked into the mirror, I saw something quite strange. There was a small creature standing beside my feet. But when I looked down at my feet, there was nothing there. But I could still see it through the mirror. This led to me creating a theory on how animals can be smaller than 0 centimeters long. And why I could see this through the mirror is quite logical, actually. Because everything we can see with our eyes is of a positive length. But as soon as you look into the mirror, what the mirror does is that it flips things around, and the negative becomes positive. And that is the reason why we could see animals of a negative length through a mirror.
Yeah, and thank you for that information, Mr. Cherson. And now, back to the studio! And thank you, Axel, for that amazing interview. And now we have another interview with a skeptic who doesn't believe in this theory. So now we're going over to the interview sofa again. So, you're a skeptic to this animal. Why?
Well, if you ask me, I think it's a bunch of baloney. Because first of all, they only said that the animal was found. They have not shown any pictures of it, and they have not given it a name. And second of all, this is an elephant. By their logic, since this is a positive height, he would disappear in a mirror. But does he? No. Because elephants are beautiful. And I've seen them in mirrors many times. And I love them.
Yes, thank you for that. And now, back to the studio.
Well, thanks for that, Axel. And that was all from today's Real Fake News. Have a decent evening, and we will never see you again. Bye!